well, look at that. That's where you can find Petit Bistro, their address on Wellington Street, website, email, all the different ways you can make a reservation and buy tickets, which is what you're going to want to do for the fundraiser that we heard a little bit about in the last segment. We're going to touch on once again because Randy and Glen are here with us today, and we were talking about the cod tongue, which you were just looking at in the pan, and it's kind of sauteing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resting, if you will.
It's resting. The tongue is at rest. And we're going to actually taste that in the next segment. But in this one, Glenn, we're going to fast forward and we're going to make some salt cod cakes.
Yeah, we're going to make some salt cod cakes. We're actually going to make it a little bit of a twist, and we're going to add some lobster to it, go very East Coast with it. I know that makes it, that kicks it over the top for anybody who really appreciates shellfish.
Yeah.
First of all, I started warming up my pan, and we actually started with a nice roasted garlic infused oil. Gives it a little bit more flavor. And essentially, you have salt cod. Now, salt cod comes dry, and it's very salty. It's salt cured, so it's important that the night before you actually soak it overnight, because it'll soften it up a little bit, and it'll take out some of the excess salts.
Okay.
And then in the morning, or before you want to serve it, you actually put it in, bring it to a boil, take it off, and strain it.
What are you soaking it in overnight?
Just water.
Just water.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Just to reconstitute it and get
Gotcha.
some of the salt out of it, or it'll be way too salty. I mean, if you ever try it, it's like salt
salt
cod
lick.
jerky. It would be terrible.
All right.
Okay, so you want to take it, and then you really want to break it up well.
Minced.
Yeah.
Right.
Hence the glove.
That's therapeutic. Squishing it.
Yeah. And salt cod, is, as well as the tongues, they're kind of hard to find here in Ontario. And at every corner store, you can find it on the island.
Right.
But here, it's pretty much Sobeys that carries it.
Okay. Well, because they're from the
They are, yeah.
East way.
They
yeah.
are very much so. Okay, so we got our salt cod all broken up. What I've done is taken a basic Yukon Gold potato and boiled it, mashed it with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of butter, and some cream, a little salt and pepper. We're going to get that all in here.
That's going to be the glue.
That is the glue. Well, that and a little bit of flour and eggs if needed.
Yeah.
A lot of this is feel. You know, there's not really a recipe. Like
Right.
the Newfies don't really run. There are some recipes, but we just kind of go for it. You know.
Way Ma used to do it.
Exactly. You never see your grandmother and making, looking
Yeah.
off a recipe.
Right.
Put
Yeah.
in a whole bunch of lobster.
Oh.
Recipe books in Newfoundland say, see your mom.
Yeah. Exactly.
And no one makes it as good as your mom
That's
ever.
all right. Don't even try.
Okay, so we put in the lobster. We're going to put in a little bit of lemon zest, maybe a touch more.
Now, you guys have become known for adding lobster to things. One of the things that we always talk about still is how to die for your lobster poutine is. That put you on the map at all the wine and food shows. Everybody was hoarding around the table. Poutine with lobster on it.
We sell more of it than we do anything else on the menu,
I bet.
Including coffee.
including coffee.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Lobster poutine. Gotta love it.
All right, so we got peppers in there. This is a seasoning salt that you can buy in most grocery stores. It's called Old Bay seasoning. Matches really well with chicken and really well with seafood.
Okay.
So you want to be not too sparing with that. And I'd like to put a little bit of roasted garlic in, break it up a little bit.
Nice. A little bit.
Well, you want the flavor to go through. I mean,
Yeah.
it is roasted garlic, and it isn't as pungent as eating a raw piece of garlic.
That's
but
right, yeah.
still, I don't know if you really want to chew into a big full piece. A little bit of flour, because you're going to need a little bit of a binder. Crack an egg in there. And we're going to put some green onion in. Hopefully I don't knock everything off the table here.
So let's revisit this fundraiser that we spoke a little bit about. Now, this is to benefit the Max Keeping Foundation.
Yeah, Max has been a good friend of the restaurant since we opened, and it was born from his bowl-a-thon. In the first year, our anniversary, we couldn't bowl. So we said, well, let's do a fundraiser for him instead. And from there on, it's grown. And this here, the trip is going to raise, if we sell all the tickets, it'll raise $10,000 on its own.
Wow.
It's a great trip, as I've said before. It's got airfare from Porter, accommodation, $500 spending money, dinners at 5 or 6 restaurants, and tickets to George Street Fest. Like last year was...
The George Street Queen.
It's a blast. I was down there last year.
Yeah.
It was cold, but there's enough lubricant to keep you warm.
Oh, of course, always.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this is also celebrating your 5th anniversary too, and the launch of your new menu. So this is going to be great. It's the Newfie Night Fundraiser to benefit the Max Keeping Foundation. And as you mentioned before, you can get tickets in at the restaurant. Just go in, have some lobster poutine, and get some tickets while you're there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to mix this up. We're going to make the cakes up, and we're going to see how it all comes together. In the next segment, we'll be enjoying salt cod cakes. We'll be enjoying cod tongue, all with Petit Bill's Bistro. You ready, guys? We're going to do some sampling. Stay with us. And coming up, we've also got an actor from Bravo, Francois Arnaud, was in through town, and we're going to revisit our interview with him coming up as well.